Well, guys, officially as a group and as a team, KMAC Realty Group has begun the 75 Hard. What's up, guys? It's McKeown back again with another video this week, and you're probably wondering, what is 75 Hard? If you haven't heard what 75 Hard is, it's probably one of the hardest challenges that you could attempt to do right now. Now, to give you guys a base understanding, if you don't know what 75 Hard is, 75 Hard is a challenge for, of course, 75 days that you've got to stay consistent with a multitude of things. And there's obviously different phases here that can add to this list. But as a company, as a real estate company, we've started phase one, or just the regular 75 Hard, which starts with 2 workouts a day. Now, these 2 workouts are 45 minutes apiece. One can be inside, but the second has to be outside. So I've got one morning workout for myself in the morning and one evening workout that I've started to do in a local park. Now, also when it comes to the 2 workouts a day, it's 7 days a week. 7 days a week, meaning no rest period, meaning I can tell you already a couple days in, it's already starting to affect some of the employees and agents that I work with. Now, to be honest with you, over the last 3.5 years, I've been very, very consistent with my workout routine. The only real change there for me is making sure that one of them is outside. I don't get outside a ton, so that's definitely something that is being added to my routine. But for the rest of the folks within my team, it's definitely something they're not used to. And yes, that means even if it's raining, even if it's blistering hot, which yesterday's workout, it was about 98 degrees outside, you have to work out outside. And we're not talking about outside covered by a patio or outside covered by some nice trees or whatnot. We're talking outside in the weather. So yes, you have 2 workouts a day, 1 inside, 1 outside. You also have to maintain a consistent diet for all 75 days, meaning no cheat meals, no fast food, no sugar, no specialty drinks, and definitely no alcohol. To be honest with you, the no alcohol part for me is not gonna be difficult, but the most difficult part for me and the aspects of 75 Hard that I want to implement in my life, first is reading. So it requires you to read at least 10 pages a day from a physical book. Now, to be honest with you guys, my entire real estate journey started about 5 years ago, becoming obsessed with real estate, becoming obsessed with real estate investing, all from a podcast / forum and reading books. But after about 3 months, I didn't read a book since. So I'm getting back into books, and these books also have to be purposeful, meaning they have to be self-help. They can't be fictional, they can't be fake, they can't be just Lord of the Rings type of books. They have to have some actual intent for reading them, not just pleasure. Now, there's a couple other aspects of the 75 Hard, but just in the interim, the whole purpose of this 75 Hard is to create a routine, create discipline, and create a habit or habits for people on my team, not just for myself, but to better improve your life. So now you've got 2 workouts a day, 1 inside and 1 outside, not a single day off for 75 days. You've got a consistent diet. We're talking no fast food, no alcohol, no sweets, so on and so forth. Reading 10 pages a day. If I continue to do that over the next 2.5 months, I should be able to read a couple books, which is a couple more books than I've read in the last half decade. And then on top of that, you do have to do a progress picture every single day. We've already had 1 individual agent on the team that failed to do that one of the days and had to reset. And that gets me to my next bit, where if you do fail any of the above mentioned items, you unfortunately have to start back at day 1. Now, another aspect of this challenge that may be difficult for a lot of the folks in my office is drinking a gallon of water a day. Now, me personally, having worked out twice a day, as well as consistently just bringing my water around with me, drinking a gallon of water is not necessarily going to be the most difficult part for me, but a lot of other people are certainly going to struggle with that. Now, it's something that I think early on is going to be difficult, but if you do it for a week or 2, it starts to become very easy over time. But again, it may be hard now, but it goes back to setting a routine and getting consistent with the routine and being purposeful with it. So the 75 Hard Challenge is something that I've seen a ton of people do. I've also seen a ton of people fail miserably at it. I have a friend that actually mentioned that he wants to kind of implement the easy 75, meaning that not necessarily complete all the aspects of the 75 Hard, because he keeps getting to day 35 and fails to do something simple, or gets to day 47 and fails on, actually being consistent with the diet because he has a wife and a kid. But truly, the 75 Hard is the definition of discipline. Now, me being a Marine at heart, having served 4 years in the Marine Corps, I have a ton of discipline. I also think dating back to my middle school and high school wrestling careers, just the coaches that I had instilled so much discipline in me that I value And I honestly think that a lot of success comes from being able to have a lot of discipline. Now, this challenge isn't necessarily going to challenge me as much as it may challenge others on my team, but I have kind of made an incentive for those on my team. Now, I do have 4 staff, including my videographer, my editor, my business manager, and my TC, as well as the agents on my team. And I've said, hey, whoever is able to complete this 75 hard challenge first, or even if everyone fails and continues to fail, at the end of the year, whoever has the closest to the 75 will get $5,000 cash. Now, we as a team discussed all of the aspects and all of the rules and guidelines and stipulations with it. We are clear cut and dry. We've actually had a couple people already slip up, but I can definitely tell you it started to bring a lot of our team closer. It's created a healthy competition for folks on the team, and it gives people something to look forward to every day. It gives the people on my team something to continue to push forward with every single day. And even if they do fail, they know they can restart over and watch other people either fail or succeed next to them, but continue to push in and day out. Now, if the aforementioned happens, meaning no one is able to accomplish the 75 hard by the end of 2022, that means no one's truly done 75 days consistently. I can tell you though, including myself, mainly on the reading the books and being consistent with my diet, because those are the 2 aspects of my life that I struggle with. If you know, as a realtor, I'm driving around all the time, and if you know me personally, I love certain sweets, including Dairy Queen's Blizzard, so that's kind of been my downfall. But I can tell you all the other individuals within my team are going to truly benefit at the end of the day, regardless if they're only able to do 5 or 10 days, or if they fully complete the 75 hard day challenge. And if they do complete the 75 hard, and I know this simply because we did a round robin discussion when we discussed rules and whatnot and so forth, a lot of the folks on my team have a desire to not just, wake up early and work out, or, read a small portion of a book, but a lot of them necessarily aren't happy with the way they look. As I mentioned earlier, unfortunately, real estate is a go, go, go kind of lifestyle, and eating healthy is very difficult, especially when you start to include a significant other as well as kids, which are aspects of my life that I don't even have implemented. I don't even have a significant other. I don't even have kids that I have to take care of. So the fact that I eat unhealthy as a realtor and I'm single, that tells you and gives you an idea of just how much more difficult it is for others that are just as busy as I am that have a family or a significant other to attend to as well. Now, moving forward, guys, I'm probably going to be updating you on this 75 hard challenge, whether or not it's successful on my end or whether or not it's successful on my team's end, but I can tell you there's really no loss here. There's really no downside to this. All that I'm hoping for is to continue to grow my team and have us grow closer. I can tell you after one of our team days last week, just implementing this challenge is already getting folks to open up, and we're a lot more communicative with one another because we're constantly following up and seeing how others are doing. But I'm excited to see and look back at maybe day 75 or in the middle of this challenge, or maybe a month down the road, 30 days into this challenge, just see where myself is at as well as the folks on my team. Now, if the 75 hard is something that you have heard of, or maybe that you haven't heard of, I would definitely suggest that you look into the podcast, listen to the podcast, as well as do some research online, see if it's something that you necessarily could implement in your life. Because I can tell you, discipline is probably the leading factor that has led me to the success that I've had. And that's discipline from saying no to alcohol and going out on weekends. It's saying no to other distractors that may have taken away from my business, and just focusing and being consistent with my routine just by being superiorly disciplined. But yeah, if you guys do want to partake, or if you are actually in the midst of doing it, or maybe if you've already done it yourself, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comment section below. You're welcome to also follow me on my social media, mostly my Instagram or TikTok, where I'll be posting a lot of the updates with my 75 hard day challenge. And again, guys, I appreciate all of your support. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help, and stay tuned for the next video.